Huh. Try to get into this again. Fifth time. Uh, I started recently getting into the sharpening stage of Japanese waterstones. Um, so a lot of tutorial videos and everything out there. You can figure out how to do it. It's no biggie. My thing is, when I ordered my King from Japan, come nice, pretty flat, no problem. But then, when I got it, I ended up having a crack that goes from here to here. Well, I ordered off Amazon. I'm not one to return stuff and sit there and nitpick about it, so I just gonna live with it, I guess. Comes with a nice little base plate. This is what this is. You just take it and you set it in there, like so. Well, then I had to have a station to set it up. Didn't know what to do. The day this come in, just so happened I was at Dollar General and ended up getting this little pan. Crazy enough, I was like, you know what, that might fit the whetstone that's coming in. So, I went ahead and just picked it up. It was like $2 or $3, something like that. Dollar General, right? Well, I got it. Well, it came in. I said, well, my whetstone to fit down in there, but I kind of need a base to get it up off of. Something I can soak it in, and something I can sit there and constantly, wet my stone if I need to. I can just get my fingers and wet it. The piece of wood that I have down here is red oak, I believe. Yeah, red oak. Come from a local lumber mill, which they throw a lot of it out, and this is a piece that come out of it. But where the little handles sit on this thing, has little handles, has little ledges. And I said, well, I can just cut that and make it fit on top of it, and it fit perfectly. After I measured it, I kind of measured a little long so it wedged in there. So I had myself a station and set everything up on. Of course, you would start out with a 1,000 grit side, not 6,000, 1,000, and kind of wet your piece of block of wood. It'll help it keep slide as much. And it's also come with a, I cannot remember the name of it, but it's a stone to help get a slurry started. And a slurry is very important when you're doing Japanese whetstones. It helps produce a mix that sharpens and polishes your metal. Now, I'm doing a Japanese type flat grind. It's called Scandi grind. And one of them is the Mora stainless steel, and the other one will be a Mora again, but it's in a carbon, the heavy duty. And I started off with the heavy duty. These were like $14 or $15 knives. I can't remember. I ordered this one on Amazon. I got this in the Atwoods. Both of them are the companions. Cheap knives. I wanted something where I can learn on, kind of figure out how the stone works and everything like that. So, actually, I started off with the carbon. And when I started off with it, I didn't know anything about the stones. Nothing whatsoever. Well, I've been watching on YouTube, like everybody else does. Probably put it on there, on my channel. But I didn't know anything about it. So I just basically started going to town on the Mora and trying to figure it out. Been sharpening knives since I've been little. My dad, he used to take out his stone, it's like everybody else. He goes a couple of licks on his old timer. It's good and sharp. Just skinned deer, whatever. Perfect. I've been able to do that. That's no problem. I just want to find out a different aspect of learning how to sharpen. Okay? You always hear in Japan, you know, they got the samurai swords and the katanas and everything, and they're super, super sharp. So I was like, well, how do you do it? Well, start off with a Japanese whetstone, right? So I figured I'd give it a try. Didn't know nothing about it. This year, hopefully, I will get a deer again with my bow. I don't gun hunt much anymore like I used to, but it's one of them things, you know. I just love bow hunting. That's what I do. I bow hunt. So I'm gonna try to take a deer this year, and I'm gonna do nothing but skin it with a Mora. These are supposed to be the perfect camp knives and perfect, you know, backpacking or whatever type knives, and I do backpacking and everything. And they are. They're a great knife. I love it. No qualms about it. But it comes with a skinny grind, which is a flat grind, which is what this is made to do, is a flat grind. The stone that my dad has, he's been using it for 15, 20, 30 years on it. It has a big bellow dish in it and everything else from where he goes on his old timer. So I didn't want to take it and try flattening it and getting it down to like paper thin the time it was flattened and everything. So I just ordered this off Amazon. This is the King. 1,000, 6,000. Good stone. There's another King out there, costs a little bit more. This is the cheaper one. I cannot remember off the top of my head which one this is. But the first time I tried this with this knife, this stone has not been flattened. I got it out of the package, I soaked it, and I went to sharpen on it. One thing I noticed is I started wearing a groove real quick in the middle of the stone, and that has a lot to do with me not knowing how to sharpen on a Japanese whetstone. I got a decent edge, but I'm just like, well, I can get to the same edge on like a workshop, which I love. This is my little workshop. Workshop Field has a real fine diamond, rough diamond, ceramic rod, and a little strop. Alright. Easy to use. Awesome tool, by the way. But I can get the same thing on this, you know. But as you start reading more about Scandies, it's got to become perfectly flat. You're not doing a micro bevel. Micro bevel is on a Scandi, it's perfectly flat, and at the very end you have a little micro bevel, kind of like this, magnifying 10,000 times. Okay, but you have a micro bevel. So I've never done this. Okay, I didn't know nothing about it. So what I did is I went to Home Depot, did some more research and everything else, and I got a piece of granite. I think it's actually over in the tile section, and they say granite's good and flat and everything like that. So I went and got it, and I got some 150 grit sandpaper. So I took it, weighed the granite, probably perfect thing if you had some Super 77 spray adhesive, you spray it on there, you put it down. I didn't have all that. I just kind of wetted it a little bit, stuck the sandpaper on, cut it to the right size, stuck the sandpaper on there. Being perfectly flat, it kind of suctioned to it. That's fine with me. I held it by one end, and I took the 1,000 grit side and started flattening it. And I noticed right off the bat, this thing was not flat, and I've done wore a groove in it, and you can take and put pencil marks across it and everything. And I did that, and I was like, oh crap, it's not flat. Then I did my 6,000 grit side, this side. Well, after I got it flat, I took the Mora and actually started doing a true Scandinavian grind on it. And there's a guy, it's called Birdfishing, and he tells you he's an awesome sharpener. Nothing against him. He has taught me a lot on how to sharpen on Japanese whetstones. And he tells you don't necessarily have to have a perfectly flat stone, because you're talking about less than micron, I guess. I wore a heck-acious groove down the middle of this because I didn't know what I was doing. After I got it flat, I restarted and tried again. And started going at it. And I noticed right off the bat, it was 10 times better. I got it flat, and I started noticing my burr on one side, then I flip and go the other way. The way I do this, there's 100 people that tell you different ways and all this. I'm not going to go over knife sharpening. I'm just telling you about how Japanese stones work. So you go this way, and you come out then, and you check. What you're doing is you're checking for that bird. And once you get that bird, then I take my right hand still, right hand this way, right hand this way. And I take my thumb, my hand across, and I bring it back and forth. And I just do that. I do a pass, and I check. Once I'm getting a bird pretty good on each side, then I flip over, take the stone, and flip it over to the 6,000 grit side. And to basically do the same thing. This stone has marks on it. I haven't cleaned it yet. That's what this is for. It really, really helps. And I would soak it. The whole time I'm doing this, I'm soaking it in my water. And I put it up there. And I will clean off my stone. It also helps flatten it. And you can do it however many ways. You know, I've seen numerous videos. But you're getting the metal filings off that stone. Because what metal does, metal on metal is not good. You want stone on metal. Synthetic stone, fine. And I did that. And I was like, I checked my edge. Just by kind of running my finger across. That's the way I've always done it. And it was razor blade sharp. Then I took my stropping block, which I got a piece of leather out of the package at Office Depot. Wasn't even Home Depot. Another big time store. And I just glued me on a piece. So I've been using this for years. And I take flits, which I am a cop. So I have to use flits polish a lot to get brass polished, okay? And I put a little bit of this on this. And it works extremely well. I love it. And basically you take your knife and you just drop it 3 or 4 or 5 times. You're just working off that burr. And you check it. And I'm going to tell you, I've been having fun with this knife. You can see, this was just a piece of paper, okay? You take your knife, and I mean, you can barely even hear it cutting. And I don't know if you can see it. I'm doing shavings with paper. And if I go just a little too deep, you know, whatever. And I would just have fun with it. And sit there and go and have fun, right? You're cutting it up. Well, that's the carbon. And on this carbon, I don't know if you can see it. I've actually blacked out the bottom part with some bluing. And then that's the polished edge. That's what that stone will do for you. It gives you a polished edge. That's on the carbon knife. Then I switched over and did a stainless steel knife, which was my first knife I bought. Stainless steel here in South Arkansas, if you're gonna ask me, is the way to go. The reason why: high humidity. They say it's more of a pain to sharpen, but holds the edge longer. But high humidity, you don't rust as much. I actually take a mixture, because I'm a beekeeper. I got wax, and I mix it with mineral oil, and I rub on this knife to help keep it from rusting. So I've done my knives for years. Works awesome. Stainless steel, you just wipe it down and just keep going. If you're in a situation which, Arizona or somewhere like that, carbon's perfectly fine. You have to sharpen it more, yes. And they say this is a pain in the butt to get sharp. Not with the Japanese stone. It was actually easier. I don't know why. And this is Sweden material. Anyway, I'm gonna just show you. Swedish material, stainless steel, and it took less time to sharpen than the carbon. Now, I think a lot of it has to do with me learning how to sharpen with the carbon. So, it is what it is. And I'm holding this loosely down here. I'm not doing the, you'll see some guys, they come up in here and they try to, no. I mean, that is pretty sharp. I can get them pretty sharp, my pocket knife and everything else, with the work sharp, but I have never ever had something as sharp as that. Okay. Scandi grind, I don't know how it's gonna hold up. Like I said, never done it before. I've always done a micro bevel, because that's what most pocket knives are. Most of the time, I clean my deer with the old case pocket knife, what they call the trapper. It has the utility blade and along, or the little drop point blade on it, and that's what I skin it with. The first deer I won't kill, if my dad is around, I'm gonna give him one, and I'm gonna take the other, and I'm gonna tell him we're skinning the deer with nothing but this. You get one, I get the other. Pick one. I'm sure he'll pick the carbon, just because he's old school and he likes carbon. But it is extremely sharp, and I'm a firm believer in Japanese whetstones now. This isn't not new technology. It's nothing, that hasn't been learned 1,000 years ago or anything like that. It's just, I live here in America, and the way we did it, I'm from Arkansas. We did Arkansas whetstones, and you can get everything from coarse to fine. Arkansas whetstones are awesome. That's what I learned on. Eventually, kind of stepped my way up to a diamond stone, the work sharp. Awesome stone. If you want to take something, throw in your backpack, that's the way to go. If you're here at the house and if you got a good setup, I'm telling you, with a Scandi grind right now, I haven't done micro bevels or nothing. It's the best way for a Scandi, is what I've seen, because you can do a flat bevel, and it's really easy to sharpen up your knife with a Scandi after you get it profiled good. these knives, when they come through Mora, you'll see the grooves in them and everything. I worked all that out. I sit there and just sharp. I actually started up, I think, 150 and worked my way up to 320, then went to 1,000, then went to. It took a while, but once you get it, look, there's a polished edge, and it works. I love the way the edge looks, and the way they will cut is better than anything, most everything I've ever seen. Not to say it's not, because I'm a crappy knife sharpener. You know, I've built knives, but I don't mean you're a good knife sharpener. So with that being said, give it a try. Hope you like it. If you don't, fine. Go with your micro bevel. That's what I'm probably still going to do in my knife sharpening on my pocket knives and everything like that, until I figure out how to do this. For somebody out there that knows how to do good micro bevels on these, by all means, let me know. Till then, stay strong, stay sharp. Catch you on the flip side.